Hi, I'm Beryl, and the theme for today's video is lemons. Yes, I am wearing lemon earrings. You should honestly expect nothing less at this point. We have 5 lemon dishes from 5 countries to make you rethink the humble lemon. Let's get started.
Hi, my name is Rehaam and I live in Cairo, Egypt, and what I'll be sharing with you today is a dish called Lamoon, which translates from Arabic to safflowered lemons. This preserved lemon dish is completely unashamed. It's tangy, it's salty, it's bold, it's beautiful, a perfect accompaniment to pretty much any meal. It's everything you really never expected from a humble little lemon. Flavor of lemon is sort of foundational to the flavor profile of a lot of Middle Eastern cuisine. So apparently one of the first recipes using lemon, like not preserved lemons, just lemons, appeared in the 12th century Egyptian work called On Lemon, Its Drinking and Use by a Jewish doctor called Ibn Jurayj, and included the first known published recipe for preserved lemons, which it's been said that all subsequent recipes for preserved lemons is pretty much based on. So Lamoon Masfar, specifically, but pickles in general, tend to remind me of a time where we'd all sort of drive up to the coast and we'd spend these lazy afternoons by the sea, and we'd come home to find my grandmother on the floor, sort of encased in all these different little vegetables that she'd be chopping and washing and rinsing and pickling in jars so that we could have them to eat throughout the entire summer season, no matter where we were, right? We didn't have to be at home. We could be in a totally different city and she would be pickling something. I really don't think that there's kind of a better way to understand someone's culture or history or pretty much life without tasting the food that they grew up eating every day. It's kind of foundational to our understanding of each other as human beings, to know what we sat at the table eating with our families, what we snacked on when we were running around outside playing with our friends when we were teenagers. I promise you will not be disappointed if you give Lamoon Masfar a try, and as we say in Egypt when we're offering food to someone, bilhana wa shifa, which means to your health and happiness.
My lemons took 2 weeks, but they are ready. It smells so lemony. I'm gonna try a bite of them just on their own. The skin is so soft. Ooh, these are delicious. It's sour, but like it's not puckering sour. Saltiness, and there's something else, and that might be from the saffron and nigella seeds, but these are absolutely delicious. So simple to make, literally. I just left them on my counter for 2 weeks and kind of turned them to mix up the salt and everything every couple of days, but kind of out of sight, out of mind. Okay, now I'm gonna have it with some lentils. Ooh, that was a superior bite to having had it without the lemon. Talk about starting the episode off with a bang, a lemony perfection, easy to replicate bang. If you don't have the nigella seeds or the saffron, you can make these with just salt. So if you want to try this but don't have everything, you should still try it. The nice thing about these is that they will keep in your refrigerator for months. So you don't have to like be eating lemons with every single meal in order to get through the jar. I love it. Before we get to the next dish, let's talk about the artist behind me. His name is Brian Cheung. He is based in Melbourne, Australia. He said that he's drawn to forests and trees and water. I love how realistic his artwork was while at the same time feeling kind of fantastical. And kind of a funny story, but he has the same name as a guy that I used to date. And when his email came in, I thought, oh brother, what is this email about? And I might have avoided it for a second. And then when I finally clicked into it, I felt really bad because he was an artist. Anyway, I'm really excited to share his work with you. All of his info is in the description if you want to check out and support his work. Okay, next dish.
Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm from Stockton, California in the United States of America, and my recipe is fried lemon slices. So fried lemon slices sounds exactly what it's gonna taste like a fried lemon slice. But you have a couple options. So you have a savory side or you have a sweet side. This particular recipe is a savory recipe with an amazing dipping sauce on the side for it. This is a very universal recipe, so it can be used as an appetizer, or it can be used as a side dish of one of your main entrees. This tastes like pure heaven to me. If you like something that has kind of that texture and the bitterness and the tanginess or the acidity, this is right up your alley. So you get the crunchiness from the batter, you get the bitterness and softness from the rind of the lemon, and then you get those little capsules of the lemon itself that kind of explode in your mouth when you take a bite, and it's absolutely delightful. This recipe comes very near and dear to my heart. I got this recipe from my Italian mom, Denise, and it just takes me back to a very innocent time of my life that I thought was just very blissful. And whenever I make this, people are always pleasantly surprised of how delicious a fried lemon tastes. I think people are very used to having lemons being the side attraction on drinks or just an additive, just so you can have that acidity to a dish, when fried lemons are definitely just the main focal point, and it's absolutely good.
So apparently I have 2 pairs of lemon earrings, which is great for the show, but kind of questionable for me. Never in my life did I think that I would be eating just a straight up fried lemon chip. I didn't even know that this was something that people did. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Whoa. What? I just ate the rind and the pith and all of the fruit that was inside, and my face didn't go like, I mean, I guess like if you deep fry anything, you could eat it. All of this lemon, well. First, I thought I was gonna cut these by hand, and I just don't feel like I got them thin enough. And on my mandolin, there was like the super thin one and the slightly thicker one. If you're gonna use a mandolin, you just use the really thin one, so it kind of looks like stained glass when you slice it, because that's the way that everything gets all nice and crunchy and crispy. I feel like anybody could make this, and you really should give it a shot because it's so interesting. Let's take a moment and talk about the sponsor for today's video, Native. Perhaps you've heard of Native deodorant before, but now they have new packaging that is 100% plastic-free and earth-friendly. It's the same formula as their regular deodorant, however, it is in new packaging. It's made with 90% post-consumer recycled paper, and they are partnered with 1% for the Planet, where 1% of their plastic-free deodorant sales go to environmental nonprofits. Not that anybody asked, but I do use Native deodorant. I like it because it is not sticky, it dries quickly, and they have amazing scents like lilac and white tea, eucalyptus and mint, and my favorite, citrus and herbal musk. It's fresh, but it's not too sweet, which I just think is a nice scent for deodorant. Like, that's how I want my armpits to smell. I don't know. All of their deodorants are paraben-free, aluminum-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. For all 3 of these, it would cost $39, but they gave me a code, which is my name, Beryl, and you can get all 3 of them for 26 bucks. And you can get 20% off any of their body washes or toothpaste. The link and code is in the description if you want to try it out. Okay, let's get back to the lemons.
Hi Beryl, my name is Paddy and I'm from Taoyuan, Taiwan, currently living in Taipei. The dish I want to share with you today is called Níngméng Ài Yù, which means lemon ayu jelly. The ayu jelly does not have much taste to it, so it's a classic pairing with brown lemon sugar syrup or homemade lemonade, or actually any sweet tea as you prefer. It's a refreshing dessert that we have in the summer. You can find the jelly in night markets or in boba tea shops sometimes. I like it because it's very light and refreshing, and it's fun to make the ayu jelly when you just rub in the seeds in the water. Níngméng ayu just cools you down in the hot summer in Taiwan. cool thing about Ài Yù fruit is that it can only be found in Taiwan in the early days, but now it seems to be common in Singapore and Malaysia as well. Ài Yù seeds was found in the 17th century by a Taiwanese tea businessman. He was drinking water by the creek side and discovered a floating jelly in the water. He tried it and found it refreshing. He saw a vine fig fruit with the gooey seed washed by the creek water that create this jelly. He had an idea of selling this with honey lemon drink, and his daughter Ài Yù was helping him to selling it. It turns out to be very popular, so he named the fruit and the dessert after his daughter Ài Yù. It's delightful and naturally vegan that fits all diets. If you have a chance to try Níngméng Ài Yù, you must. You'll definitely love this lemon drink.
This is so interesting. I'm shocked that this jelly is jelly. I just need to try it immediately. Ooh, that is so refreshing and really lovely. Okay, now that I've tried it, I have some thoughts. Number one, I loved the story about how it was discovered, but I have a question about that. If you were sitting by a river and saw a jelly-like glob floating on the water's surface, would you eat it? Because I don't think I would. But you know what? Okay, to each his own, to each his own. The second thing that I thought about while I was making this was the amount of manual hand labor. This jelly, my hands were submersed in it. And while for me, like, I don't care, I'm eating it myself, it does give me pause to think about eating this in general. That, you know, who's ever making it really had their hands in it. Like, really in it. It's so slippery. I can't get it to stay on my spoon. Come here. The flavor of this is kind of reminding me of like iced tea, like lemon iced tea. I found the seeds online on a Taiwanese grocery store, and I'm linking it below. It came with the little like stocking that I washed them in, and I think it was like $9, and you get a lot of seeds. I imagine that you could flavor this with all sorts of juices, but the lemon one, even though it's the only one I've ever had, is really good.
Hola, ¿cómo estáis? Mi nombre es Cristian, me podéis encontrar en redes sociales como La Pasta No Engorda y soy de Murcia. El plato que voy a compartir con todas vosotras se llama Paparajotes. Es un plato típico tradicional de Murcia con mucha historia y se hace con la hoja del limonero, pero no se come la hoja del limonero. Lo que hacemos es que la rebozamos, la freímos y luego nos la comemos, pero la hoja no se come. Es solo para darle sabor y la forma. Pues sabes, no sé si habéis probado los churros, pero a mí me recuerda un poco a los churros. Depende un poco de la receta que se haga en cada casa, pero como al final lo que te comes rebozado, se queda un poco el saborcito del limón, pero tampoco diría que sabe a limón. O sea, si no te gusta la cosa ácida, seguramente te guste. Pues el limón es un plato muy protagonista en casi todas las recetas murcianas porque se lo echamos a todo, básicamente. Que porque me gusta, porque es súper tradicional de mi tierra, Murcia, y todo lo que tenga que ver con los limones me encantan. O sea, aquí lo llamamos la genética, lo de que nos guste el limón, y me trae muchos recuerdos de mi infancia. Yo siempre que voy a casa de mi familia me llevo una hoja de limones y... Uy, una hoja no, una bolsa de limones, y me dura nada, 3 días o así, y luego tengo que volver a comprar. Todo el mundo debería intentarlo, porque yo creo que la cultura murciana se tenía que expandir al resto del mundo, porque es muy especial. Aquí somos muy bonitos, muy majos, muy acogedores, y el limón me parece que está subestimado porque está buenísimo y pega con todo. Así que animo a todo el mundo a que haga los paparajotes. De verdad, tenéis que hacerlo ya. Y luego me escribís y me decís si os han gustado. Y lo que podéis hacer es dárselo a personas que vengan de fuera, porque como se da con la hoja y todo, y así os reís de ellos, porque se van a comer la hoja y la van a masticar, y en realidad la hoja ni se mastica ni nada, eso lo cogemos y lo tiramos luego.
Okay, I have my plate of fried lemon leaves, and I will say I'm very happy to have watched that video before eating them because I definitely would have probably tried to eat the leaf. I guess I'm just gonna like slide out the leaf. Whoop. Whoa, it is lemony. I honestly was not expecting it to be this lemony. I was thinking like, oh, like, you know, I put a little lemon zest in there, but like, it's like a lemony churro. I love this. I mean, it's fried dough covered in cinnamon sugar. I think it's a small part of the population who would hate this, but still. Wow. Honestly, the hardest part of this was sourcing the lemon leaves, so thank you so much to Leia, who is helping me on this channel nowadays. She went to Queens and met a woman outside of a supermarket and like exchanged cash for lemon leaves. I'm just gonna have a cheeky second one, but this one's tinier. What a fun and interesting thing to discover, that you could batter a leaf and the batter would then taste like the essence of the leaf.
Hello, my name is Mary. I'm from Poland, from city Opole. Today I want to describe you Szpajza. Szpajza is lemony dessert that may come in different flavors like chocolate or strawberry, but the most popular and the best one is lemon. So it is made of whipped eggs with sugar, lemon juice, gelatin, and it is served cold with whipped cream and fruits. It has very nice sweet taste, it is refreshing, have beautiful yellow color and marshmallow texture. It is very popular in southwest part of Poland called Silesia and appears in every wedding and birthday celebration. I first tried this dessert in cafe and since that I love this dessert because I'm a big lemon fan and I recommend it to every lemon and marshmallow texture like desserts. And I believe this video will be great.
I do have questions about this dish because like nothing was cooked and there's a lot of raw eggs in it. It's not like I'm scared. I just have questions. Ooh. So fluffy, floamy. Ooh, it's so lemony and nice. This honestly tastes, I mean, it tastes really good. It tastes kind of fancy. I did mess up, like you can see that there's not much of the gelatin section because I was having kind of like brain farts while I was making this. In the recipe, she said use half a cup of water. For some reason, I only registered this as like half of a cup. Not the unit of a cup. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I realized that I put too much water in with the gelatin, which is why I think I maybe don't have as much jelly in this. The lemon flavor on this is the type of lemon flavor that you want. Like it's not sour, but it's sweet and it feels refreshing. I still just am curious though, like all of the raw egg yolks and all of the raw egg whites, there's a part of me that is like, oh, am I just eating a bowl of raw egg? And in the US, raw eggs are questionable. I hope you liked this episode. I feel like I should do another citrus episode because I loved making all of these recipes so much. I am linking a video I did about rainy day foods, which I rewatched the other day and I really enjoyed it. And I'm also linking a mango episode because it was a fan favorite. I will see you all in my next video.